Metafix is a show that teaches you how to think in the metagame. I am not here to give you the answers, nor am I going to tell you how to win. Metafix teaches you how to play in the metagame and how to react around the metagame and what is in the metagame. If you're looking for the answers, try HC Realms, check the forums, they have all kinds of neat toys and tools and teams being brought up, and check the results of a lot of the ROC tournaments or any Worlds tournaments to see how teams played out and what teams were used for. I'm just here to help you think. If you guys have been watching for a long time, you know that myself and Amber do attempt to collect entire sets. We try to get every single figure in a set and have them all. And that's not a bad thing. It allows us to play the game however we feel like, which is fantastic. And it gives us access to a full library of figures whenever we need to get that library of figures. The problem is that sort of collecting is not really the sort of collecting you need to be competitive in the game. If you're looking to be a competitive metagamer, don't be the guy that has to have everything. Because, and oh jeez, I hate having to tell people this because that means people are going to buy less, and I need the game to survive. Anyway, what I'm saying is the collection required to be a competitive player is actually very small. And if you actually crunch the numbers and look at the competitive game and the competitive environment, compare the figures that are used, the number of figures that are used in there, to the number of figures actually created, you're going to find a very small amount of figures being used competitively. That's okay. That is not unique to HeroClix. Just be aware of that. That is actually a part of every single collectible competitive game in existence. There will be a select number of cards that go, and that's it. And that's what everybody's playing. And then there will be a couple variations on that, and eventually you'll get to a point where there's maybe 4 or 5 competitive teams, and of those 4 or 5 competitive teams, even if you include the current environment at the time of this filming, which includes ID cards, that could be maybe, let's say, at maximum 14 figures per team with a ton of ID cards, if they're all using that many ID cards, right? And that's like ballparking high. That's still only like 48, 96 figures. That's just over a set. And that's not accounting for the fact that 2 or 3 of these teams are going to have repeating figures. And then 2 or 3 of these teams are not going to have competing figures. So we start to get lower and lower and lower. And it's probably closer to like 40 figures at best that are being used competitively on a different array of teams. Again, this is just something that's every competitive collectible gamer just knows and is familiar with. A lot of people trying to get into the competitive game, they see a lot of sameness to it, and that's part of that is attempting to play the best team. Now, a lot of people do take pride in playing a unique team, and if you do well with it, you get so much praise for that because you become an innovator. But your innovation will be copied, and that's just goes without saying. So understand that when you get into a competitive game, when you got the game of HeroClix, the number of figures you really need to know is about here, and have is about here. So kind of balance that out when you're if you're coming fresh into the competitive game. This is my information to you. You don't need to have it all, but it is a good idea to have these. Don't have it all, but have these. So without further ado, guys, always remember, do the best that you can in the game. Be aware of what's good in the metagame. Check out your resources. And, of course, get into that practice, because practice makes that team better. The opinions and thoughts brought to you in Metafix are not meant for the casual game at the table.
Married with Clicks is brought to you in part by MajesticCCG.com. Check out the new premium site with MajesticCCG.com/Apex-Insiders. Check the link below. Trust me. Trying to remember that from me talking? Not going to help. You'll get awesome articles at $3 a month, with the first month being free, from amazing writers such as Paris Gordon, Easton Brock, Aaron Cantu. I'm even going to be contributing occasionally. And if you're familiar with the Meta Lab, check out some of Mike Payne's articles. So, check it out again, MajesticCCG.com/Apex-Insiders for your look into the minds of some of the greats.